my brother, because my brother's been trying to get me to watch Naruto, and I just hate it. I can't watch it.
Yeah.
And he was like, we should make a podcast where you watch Naruto. And I was like, if you're serious, right now, let's do it. I'll do that with you right now. And he was like, but you gotta get Jeff in here. And I was like, why? And he was like, you already got him playing Final Fantasy. You might as well ruin his entire life.
Stay to the left.
That's amazing. That's so good.
He's
my God.
Super into Naruto, and then in 10 years, you're like, what happened to me?
Like, where
did I go wrong? You're just surrounded by, like, Final Fantasy ephemera and, like, Naruto dolls.
Oh, my God. That's definitely where I'm on that road. I'm definitely headed in that direction.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
We're on our way to Game Dude.
Welcome to No One Can Know About This, a podcast where we play every Final Fantasy. I'm Jeff Ekman.
I'm Ryan Kazmiski.
It's Season 2, motherfuckers.
Season 2, where we play Final Fantasy 4.
Yeah, it's a very clear system of very clear situations. Welcome back to all of those who have been with us since Season 1.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of you who are just checking us out now, what we do here is we record every part of the process of playing this game. We record ourselves going to the store to buy the game. We record ourselves playing the game. We record ourselves editing the game and deciding what we're going to do.
We're providing you with a complete journey of Final Fantasy IV.
Yeah.
Of our complete journey, specifically.
Exactly. And, I mean, going into this, we were incredibly excited to play it.
Yeah, unlike the first one, I knew, like, I think this one's going to be really good.
Right.
We had just gotten feedback from the first season, so we were like, let's do it again.
Let's get into it.
Game. And, yeah.
We kind of fucked up in the process.
Yeah.
We made a couple of choices that were not the healthiest choices we could have made.
I'm sure you'd be shocked to hear that we made some unhealthy choices.
But I think, like, the early part of the season, a lot of it is us trying to shed what our previous experience was and appreciate this for what it is.
There was definitely a lot of that.
Like, I kind of feel like it's like we had a terrible experience with an ex-girlfriend, and now we've met somebody new, and as we start to date, we keep being like, oh my God, she's not an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she's like a nice person.
Yeah.
She's not a fucking asshole.
Final Fantasy IV, a nice person to date.
But yeah, how do you feel about last season? How do you feel as we start this season?
I will say that, like, over the past month or so, people are like, oh, so what have you been up to recently? And I'm like, I'm so busy all the time. They're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, you wouldn't understand at all. My whole life is Final Fantasy right now. And they're like, I don't know what that means. And it's like
I'm working so hard on Final Fantasy. You're playing it?
It's like I'm living on an alien planet. I'm from another world now.
At some point in the first game, you said, I can't see the end anymore. I don't know where the beginning is.
Mm-hmm.
And you were saying to me the other day that, like, that's where you're at now with this podcast, where it's like the beginning seems like it was forever ago. The end
the end is nowhere
so
in sight.
far away. It's, like, unbelievable to think about.
I mean, I'm excited to pull this game apart because there's actual stuff to talk about in this game.
Well, I guess let's go back.
Let's go back.
Let's go back to January of 2018. Well, I'm full of breakfast tacos. We're gonna pick up the second Final Fantasy, or the fourth, depending on how you look at it.
It's gonna say Final Fantasy II on the cartridge.
That is what it's gonna say. And that is the game that we're playing. We're gonna call it 4.
We're calling it Final Fantasy IV because we're not delusional maniacs. We know what this is.
We know what we're doing. We're at least gonna always call it 4 because there's no other game called Final Fantasy IV, whereas there is another game called Final Fantasy II.
Yeah.
And that game is not one that we're going to play right now. And there's a few reasons for that. Reason number 1 is there's no American version on the NES. So, like, actually doing the genuine experience that we would want to have is not possible. I know that there's, like, re-releases where they fixed everything. Because, like, I started hearing about the shit that they changed in the re-release of Final Fantasy 1, and my mind was fucking blown, dude.
Well, they had to make it palatable enough to sell again. We don't want to play the gussied up Final Fantasy
We don't
2.
we don't want the fixed Final Fantasy 2.
I'm gonna just be honest here. I don't want to play Final Fantasy 2 right now.
That's a big part of it. We're not gonna lie. Another reason, and be honest with yourself, if you're somebody right now who's sitting there going, I wish they were playing Final Fantasy 2, ask yourself this question. Don't you really wish that we were playing Final Fantasy 7 sooner?
Because we do.
We do! I've never played it. I know nothing about it.
Part of the inception of this podcast was I wanted Jeff to play Final Fantasy 7.
And in
We're
this way...
still not going to play it for like a year.
Right. It's going to be a long time.
I mean, it's really
Game
like
6.
we got those in our pocket for when the show starts to get boring. We can go back and play something really awful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeff, what do you know about Final Fantasy 4?
It's the first one on the Super Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
The end. That's my entire knowledge of this game.
Yeah, I know almost nothing about it. There's a lot of people who consider this to be the best one.
To go from this last game to a game that people actually think is one of the best, this is going to be a different season
It's going to be a
than last
shock to
season.
the system.
In a quarter of a mile, you'll arrive at Game Dude. Your destination will be on your right.
Oh my god. We're here. We're back. This is it. This is the cartridge. We're going to put it in the machine. Final Fantasy 2/4.
Final Fantasy 4.
Let's get used to it.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 4.
Even though if all the text we're going to be seeing is going to say Final Fantasy 2. I mean, hopefully the machine survived.
Oh!
There we go.
Final Fantasy 2.
Listen to how nice that sounds.
That sounds way better than the last game. I'm so excited about this.
We hit start and embark on a brand new, fresh journey.
A fresh, extraordinarily long journey. Oh my god. It's really happening. 5 ships, 5 airships, traveling across the land.
Haley, what are you doing?
Go lie down.
Why don't you just lie down? Why don't you leave me alone?
she like, don't do it again. Don't start this.
Sid,
Haley, come here.
lie down.
Come here.
Go over there.
Captain Cecil, we are about to arrive. Good. I just want to come in here and compliment ourselves for our incredible reading that we did of all these different character voices this year. Holy shit, man. We need to step up our game.
Yeah, it's a huge missed opportunity. We just read them as monotone as we could.
Yeah. So we'll see how much winds up in the final edit, but this is what we sound like. This is what the characters sound like. Why are we robbing crystals from innocent people? That's our duty. Our duty is to rob from the innocent.
Is that what this game is about? Are we just going to rob crystals from people?
So unlike the last game, this game starts with a big cinematic where you're a captain of an airship, you're running these airships, and you're definitely probably an evil guy or something. You're robbing crystals from the innocent.
Do we really have to keep doing this?
And the captain's gonna be like, yeah, we have to fucking hurt these people. Your crew is going like, why do we have to rob from the innocent? And you're going, my number one thing is duty.
Duty is my number one thing. My number two thing is duty.
Is also duty.
This is already much more complicated.
Yeah, this is instantly a story.
So dramatic. We just like roll into the village elder of Mysidia.
All right. Take the crystal.
He sends his like black and white mages at us, and we kill them, and then he gives up.
He gives right up.
He just gives up the fight. Now that everyone is dead, you're gonna give up now?
You should have said it earlier. Why do you pursue the crystals so eagerly?
I don't know. Maybe for their unlimited power is my guess.
It's gotta be that.
It's our duty.
I do wish it was still orbs and not crystals.
No.
I do.
I'm excited for crystals.
Alright, the crew says, we take pride in being members of the Red Wings. Looting is out of the question. Okay, so now the crew is like questioning us and being like, why are we doing this?
Yeah, they're like, being a Red Wing means something to me, and it doesn't mean looting. And to me, it's like...
What does it mean?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's almost like yesterday they were not doing this.
Right.
They were like, just like flying around helping people in
Helping
need.
villagers, yeah.
And now, all of a sudden, like, that's changed for some reason.
I think of it more like a U.S. soldier that believed in the purpose of Vietnam, but then showed up and was like, we're just burning villages. What are we doing? Captain, we can't stand doing this anymore.
Listen, possessing the crystal is an essential factor for our prosperity. Moreover, His Majesty judged that Mysidians know too much about the secret of the crystal. We are the Red Wings, the Air Force of the King Baron. The royal command is absolute. Crew, Captain!
Man, this guy is begging for a mutiny.
Monsters! Take up fighting positions.
Is Cecil the captain or is Cecil...
Cecil is the captain.
Okay.
And he's us.
We're looting from We're looting from all these people?
Or maybe. I have a feeling he's gonna have a crisis of identity. I mean, there's some unclear things. These crystals have been around forever, and no one knows their purpose. They just keep them.
Did each town have their... Because what's missing here is, like, that part in Lord of the Rings where it's like, and he forged 7 of them for the elves, and 3 for the dwarves, and this many for the humans. It's like, where did the crystals come from, and why are they in these towns?
Similar to, like, the mage circle that tells you what's going on in Final Fantasy 1, that information comes, like, at the end of this game.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make a lot of sense when it happens.
Nope.
And, like, I mean, but also, not just for the crystals, but for our character Cecil, like, backstory on the world is, like, missing in a way that's kind of like a problem.
Right. He just got off the airship yesterday, to use a phrase that's very well known. I just got off the airship.
Just fresh off the airship.
Yeah. Off of the Geishel truck. What the fuck is the turnip cart?
The Geishel greens?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to do like I just fell off of the turnip truck, or what is the phrase? This is like an old phrase of like I just got off the boat.
Truck? I just fell off. Wait, no, don't. Hold on. You fell off the potato wagon?
This is it's somewhere like that.
You fall off the cabbage rocket? Did you just fall off the
turnip truck? Wait, this is an actual phrase.
It's turnip truck?
Yeah.
What is that? I don't understand.
Yeah, I didn't fall off the turnip truck yesterday. The origin...
What the fuck?
It's the same meaning as I wasn't born yesterday. An old European story told to kids too young to have the mysteries of copulation explained to them.
Oh, so like instead of storks, a turnip truck brings babies.
Oh, they're like, I wasn't born yesterday, and then kids would be like, what do you mean born? It was to avoid that? What about I just got off the boat?
Maybe it's like the Cabbage Patch Kids. Maybe they were like, well, how it works is you plant a turnip in the ground and a baby grows, and you pull it out.
That's a great alternate version.
Anyway, Cecil did fall off the turnip truck.
He totally fell right off the turnip truck.
And he fell off as a full-grown man in charge of the Red Wings.
The Red Wings.
Too many monsters these days. Too many. Agreed. Because he's like doing his job, his duty, but what if his duty is not the thing he should be doing, you know?
I mean, that's the question we all ask.
Every single day I ask myself.
I wake up in the morning, I look in the mirror. My duty today is to ask the question, what if somebody put all of their time into a Final Fantasy podcast?
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's why I've been feeling so, like, lost at sea. What if?
You're like, wait, my duty. I do like that it starts on an airship. That's pretty cool.
Cinematic on the airship. We're not playing yet.
Well, I mean, it starts with a cinematic, period. That's exciting in its own right. So we get back to the castle of Baron, and there's a dude there who's like, did you get the crystal? And Cecil's like, yeah, but like, I don't know, man.
It's really like 5 minutes ago, his crew was like, Captain, we can't be doing this. And he was like, duty is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Like, don't have a crisis right now. And then as soon as he shut up and they were like flying back in silence, he was like, but maybe, oh, fuck. like, Oh man, what have we been doing? If I just realized this 5 minutes ago, oh my god.
I could have stopped it all.
He's just like suddenly it suddenly hits him like way too late.
But Mysidians were so helpless.
And as soon as we get off of our boat, our airboat, that's what they're called, right?
They look like airboats.
We're greeted by Baigan, who seems to be some kind of hand of the king kind of situation.
Yeah, he's the second in command or something to that effect.
And he's like, just like hungry for the crystal. He's like, great, it's here. The king wants to see it now. He's been talking about it all day. This is not the best translation.
I don't understand. So wait, is Cecil basically being like, they were so helpless, it was like, it's so easy. He was taking candy from a baby.
I think that's what the butt is he's going like, I can't celebrate about this.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What we did.
Yeah, I got the thing, and we're prospering the land, but also, like, at what cost to my soul?
That's my reading of it. Maybe I'm wrong.
And Baigan's like, oh?
Yeah, Cecil is just
what are you questioning?
Sweating guilt and just going like, my life is a sham. What are you trying to say?
What are you trying to say?
This way, Cecil. There's a quality to the translation of this dialogue that reminds me a lot of like the movie The Room. One sentence to the next, like there's not a connection.
Yeah.
Like logically. Like Cecil's like, oh,
I did not steal it. I did not steal the crystal. I did not. Oh, hi, Baigan.
Your Majesty. I'm afraid Cecil has developed quite a rebellious air.
Oh, God. He said one thing.
King says, truly? Well done, Baigan. So we take the crystal to the king. The king happily accepts it. We give it to him, and
as we're walking away, we turn around to be like, I gotta say one last thing, king.
Yeah, we make that decision that everyone has to make at some point in their lives when they decide to feudally stand up to their boss and make a terrible decision and fall on a sword they don't need to.
Exactly.
I've got to say something that'll destroy my career.
Yeah, wait. You know what? I can't walk out of this room without destroying everything that I know to be true of the world. Mm-hmm. Your Majesty, what is it? We do not understand the meaning of taking crystals away from honest people.
So this is still pretty rudimentary.
You do understand it.
How many crystals are there?
Saying,
do most honest people just have crystals?
But it's really like he does understand the meaning of taking the crystals away from them. It's just like an unfortunate truth that the kingdom is more important than the honest people.
Well, I don't think he knows why they're doing it. He just knows they've been commanded to.
Right,
and he's like, this is our job.
Right.
And my crew hates it.
Yeah, it's like, hey, king, my crew's been asking. He should be throwing the crew under the bus.
But he's a better man than that, Jeff.
You're right.
It's Cecil.
Cecil.
Cecil?
We're going with Cecil. B. DeMille.
But the E and the I are one letter apart.
Are you trying to do some kind of broom puzzleage?
This is just normal grammar. This is how it works.
I see what you're saying. It should be
this is how you spell
Cecil.
It. Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to train myself to say Cecil the whole time.
We'll find
Cecil,
out. You say Cecil.
We'll just call the whole thing off.
Disobeying me?
No, I don't.
No, nothing like that. I just got, questions about the crystal.
We do know of your discontent, Cecil. Cecil?
I don't know. Something will fall into place.
If you cannot trust me, I can no longer place the Red Wings in your command. So the king demotes us.
Well, this is what happens when you stand up to your boss like this. This is not the proper way to go about it. This is why HR exists. You don't just walk up into his face.
Right, but the thing is, the Red Wings turned Cecil, who then it's really the Red Wings who are the problem here. They're getting rid of Cecil, but then the Red Wings are going to just turn their next boss by being like,
yeah, the Red Wings are the ones who are already disloyal.
Really, he's got a problem that goes deep into the roots of his entire society.
That is kind of the vibe, right? Because almost everyone you meet in the kingdom who's not the king is totally like, yeah, I agree. We should be the good guys. Right. And I don't know what's going on with this guy.
I mean, could you imagine a world like that?
I mean, I have no idea what it would be like to live in an empire that's totally evil and run by a scumbag. And everyone you meet seems to disagree and think we shouldn't be run by a scumbag and think we shouldn't be doing evil things. And yet we are. It would be totally weird.
What a weird situation. Taking the Red Wings away.
You are dismissed from your post.
Why is there no music? Oh, there you go.
Because we're taking so long to read this.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, no.
Don't take away my Red Wings.
Go and hunt the summoned monsters of the Misty Valley.
Okay.
And take this package to the Village Mist.
You're fired from your post, but also now you're a UPS man.
You're demoted because they think you're treasonous, and then you're also still in the military just doing a different job.
Right. Is the Village Mist like a guy? Like, is that like the Village Mist? He's a dude who he's got a lot of mystique.
So I just got demoted, but also have to do my job still. It's almost like there's no prison in this world. Like, nobody's had to go to jail. One of those stories that takes place in a world where, like, no one has ever been evil or told a lie.
That's definitely true. That's a theme that's going to come back up and
like
up again.
Everyone is literally the most naive person on the planet.
It's like that terrible Ricky Gervais movie, The Invention of Lying, where nobody has ever lied before. And he's like, everybody just accepts his crazy lies as truth, and it's like lives in this weird society, and then all of a sudden he's God, and you're like, why did this movie take this route?
I didn't see it, but that sounds worse than what I thought it was.
It's like
Ricky Gervais becomes God?
Well, because he tells people that he's God, and they believe him because nobody's ever lied before.
Is this like one of his, like, I'm going to spend all of my effort making a point about how I don't believe in religion?
Yes. The whole movie becomes that.
Cecil didn't...
Kane's coming to trying to stand up for us, and now we're both fucked. If you're concerned about Cecil that much, go with him, Kane.
It's almost like the king, who's the first person in the world to do anything bad ever, doesn't know what to do with people when they don't obey him, because, like, nobody's ever, like... This is all new territory.
Right.
He's like,
there hasn't ever been a need to rebel.
Yeah, like the guy, his aide came up to him and was like, it seems like Cecil is going to cause problems. And he was like,
problems?
What the fuck do I do about that? And he's like, I don't know.
Like, anyway, banish him. Also,
but they don't banish us. He doesn't banish us at all. He's like,
kind of says that.
No, he's like, you're expelled from your post. He doesn't say you're even banished from town or anything. You're not banished. You're just not in charge of the Red Wings.
Anyway, another friend of ours named Kane shows up, and he starts trying to, like, get our back. And if there's one thing that I know about a fascist society, don't have your friends' backs. Your Majesty, Cecil was just trying to help.
Now, leave with the package. We got his package. We're taking it to the Village Mist.
Sorry, Kane.
Don't worry. He'll put you back in command of the Red Wings after this mission.
I'm not so sure. Never mind. Go back to your room and take a rest. Take a rest. Walk in all directions using the control pad.
Walk in all directions using the control pad.
And talk to every person you meet
using the A button.
Please visit us repeatedly.
You must be careful not to miss what they say. An unexpected person may give you information.
That is the truest thing about Final Fantasy in the world.
They didn't tell
you that in the first game, but it was true of the first game. At least they're telling you this is what you're in for. Buckle up.
Can you imagine if somebody gave you instructions like this in real life?
No.
Like if I came to you one day with a box and I was like, Jeff, listen to me carefully. You have to take this box to Long Beach. Drive around the world using your car and be sure to talk to everybody. They might have information that you need. I have to go. And that's what I just left.
Well, let's talk to these people.
I feel something strange about the king lately.
What's strange?
I think his mind is corrupted by the crystal power.
Oh, shit.
I have faith in it. So these guys are having a debate.
These guys...
He's like, I don't know.
We're listening in. It's like
off, and this guy over here is like, no, I have total faith. Don't even question the king.
This is the fundamental issue that happens. Like, this is the fundamental thing of a society. Do you question the king? Is that being patriotic, or is not questioning the king being patriotic?
I was talking to my friend about this because we were talking about making a murderer. At the end of the day, I finished that documentary and I was like, there's no way in hell that guy's not fucking guilty of this.
Right.
Like, he did this. And it's like, and if you think about it, the reason that he was wrongfully convicted of the first crime is because they were like, we know this guy does this stuff.
Right.
We gotta get him on something.
He's a bad guy.
But, like, the value of someone going in and digging up shit on people aimlessly, who are not even journalists, who are filmmakers, whose conflict of interest is like, we need to create a conflict.
Right.
Like, we're not,
we're looking for...
There is value in just blindly believing the system gets it right all the time, because it might have a net result of fewer people's lives being disrupted, even if this one innocent guy gets fucked.
The Misty Valley is in the northwest.
That's not how I just want to say, it's not how I feel about it. But there might be something flawed about feeling like justice is the most important thing.
I just want to make it clear that I don't think innocent people should go to prison.
It sounds like you're almost making that point, but I know that that's not what you mean.
I mean, you could also draw the comparison between our show and Making a Murderer, that our conflict of interest in playing the game.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
We do have a conflict of interest here. We're making a show.
Yeah.
Well, fuck.
How to put this?
We're making a murderer of the Final Fantasy podcast universe.
Yeah.
If our dragon cane, if our dragoon cane, is a dragoon like a...
They're like a knight.
That's okay.
Like
like a title.
Yeah.
Dragoon Kane and Cecil of the Red Wings
joined forces.
There would be no match.
Oh, well, I got good news for you.
Do it.
This looks like a secret door.
Oh, that does... Oh,
Bam.
secret door.
Found a QR 1, 300 gold pieces,
And a 10. We're already off to the
You know what I
races.
like about that? It's a QR 1.
Yeah. That means there's a cure too. So we were walking around the castle and we find things like there's a group of black mages. Black magic class. Aren't you sleepy? My sleep potion does not work.
Sleep and it didn't work. Some monsters are immune to the basic spells, such as fire, ice, and lightning.
Then there's a group of white mages.
Rosa became White Wizard to help. Be nice to her. Is she talking to the third person, or
Probably talking to somebody.
the king has become very energetic lately? But something is strange. I'm telling you, man.
Oh, he's on meth.
He's on
He's
meth.
on
He's
meth.
got the crystals, and he's
He's crushing those crystals, and he's fucking
I'm
doing
studying the basics. I learned Cure 1 in my last class.
it. I mean, you know he's smoking that crystal.
He's got the dragon sickness, dude. The dragon being the name of his favorite pipe.
Right. The chasing the dragon
Call this one
sickness.
Dragon.
The general sense of every NPC in the castle is like, the king seems off.
Yeah.
Some of them are into it, but for the most part, they're like, oh,
They're like, something's changed.
things
for
are
sure.
strange lately.
Anyway, then we run into Rosa.
Oh, we're gonna meet Rosa now. Hot.
Yeah, look at that sprite.
You are not hurt? I was so anxious.
We are not hurt. How could we be? The wizards didn't even raise their hands. We just mowed them down.
Cecil.
So it seems here like Rosa is our girlfriend.
I think she's our girlfriend.
Cecil's girlfriend.
Yeah.
And she's all worried because we're wandering around the castle moping
Right.
about all of the war crimes we committed.
Also, she seems a little worried about the war crimes we've committed.
Yeah.
Can I see you later?
Yeah, later. So after talking to a couple of people, we start exploring the full castle of Baron.
Oh my god, I'm lost already.
We're gonna explore this place
Okay,
fully.
we're in the dungeon. The mages who didn't submit are confined here. You can talk to them over the cage.
Oh. So there is a prison.
There is prison.
But we didn't go... Whatever. You're that Dark Knight?
Dark Knight.
You're Batman?
You son of a bitch.
I just work here.
You don't understand. The crystal is not just jewelry.
It also gets you fucking high. You're gonna be digging holes in your backyard.
irresponsibly. No mere man can be trusted with it.
So we step outside onto the second level of
The veranda.
The veranda, yeah, of the castle, and we hear somebody call out, "Hey, Cecil!" And it turns out it's Sid.
Yeah, Sid is like the man who invented the airship or something like that.
Yeah.
He's important later.
He is also one of the few recurring characters in all of Final Fantasy games.
Sid! Whoa.
Oh, look at this guy. Cool goggles.
How's my airship doing? What's wrong? Cecil is wandering around, like, knocking stuff off of tables, like, leaning on the wall, just going like, I don't know about this whole
Kingdom and everything that they're making me do. Who's gonna command the Red Wings?
Come on, Cecil. You've got fucking responsibilities.
I'm not sure what the king is thinking. He ordered me to make an airship, but I don't want it to be used as a weapon.
I like how everyone in this kingdom, like, got to this point, and it never crossed their minds, like, They might be warlike.
Right, like,
They're
how
like,
did it...
wait a minute, I didn't
sign up for this.
Yeah, and they're
this
like,
isn't...
They're already like in a, yeah, I mean...
It's like, it's the boiling frog thing.
Well, I gotta go home. I've been working all night. My daughter is worried about me.
So we make it to the barracks of the Red Wings.
Yeah, where our whole crew, who before was like, we don't want to do this, and then we made them do it, is
Right.
now like drinking heavily and trying to sleep.
I'm trying to forget about the things we did in Mysidia.
Oh my god, they're all fucking scarred for life. And saying some really weird shit. The Red Wings have lost their glitter. Wait, what does that mean?
That mission has made me feel bad. I've changed the sheets. Leaving early tomorrow morning, sir. Good night. Oh, is this my room?
Oh, maybe. If it is room, don't rest yet, right?
Oh.
Well, too late.
I didn't mean to.
That's alright.
You know, it's been a long day of raping and pillaging.
It's been a long day of war and aimlessly wandering around a castle because I don't know where my room is.
I just gotta fall into bed. Maybe I'll feel better about it, all of us in the morning.
What happened to His Majesty? He's on crystal.
Did we really have to snatch it from the peace-loving people?
So we lay down in our bed and we can't sleep. We're tossing and turning. It's like, what have we done? What is our life? What does it mean?
Never again. Even if ordered. But I will go drop off this package.
Yeah, I'll do other things that I'm ordered to do.
Oh, Rose is visiting us.
Our bedroom at night, huh?
What's wrong? You're not quite yourself lately.
Nothing.
He turns away in bed. Nothing.
Please don't look away.
See, now we're getting into something I love about Final Fantasy. Is it's like insane puppet theater.
In Mysidia, we had to rob from the innocent people.
I am just a dark knight with no courage to disobey His Majesty.
Wait, we just found the courage, like a minute ago. The real Cecil I know would never whimper like this.
It's really unattractive.
It's like big turnoff. If anything should happen to you, don't worry. Kane is coming.
We're unstoppable as a team.
Yeah, that you should go talk to that one guard. He's like, go back to your room. But first...
I don't think there's any sex in this game. That's my prediction.
You don't think she's about to strip? Let's go, Cecil.
Outside the castle is the city of Baron. Let's gather information and equipment in the city. Thanks for giving me a suggestion of what to do.
I know. So as we step out of this Castle of Baron, the opening titles hit.
Opening credits again.
Here we are.
We're looking at a castle.
This town already has a bridge.
There's a bridge to the castle, and there's 2 moons hanging in the sky.
And some words start appearing on the screen. Oh, yay! We're looking at...
Thus, the Dark Knight Cecil was expelled from his command as a captain of the Red Wings. And he and Dragoon Kane left Baron for the village, Mist, in a valley, enclosed in deep fog.
Were we expelled with a package to deliver?
Well,
leave and never come back, and also, while you're out there, deliver this.
I think the wording on that is weird, because we weren't expelled from the city, we were just demoted.
Airships had been a dream of many people. After the realization of the dream came greed and ambition. So once we got into the air, we just...
I mean, it's like a story of industrialization.
Things went evil when we got the power of airship.
Okay, so upon looking back on this story, I'm realizing some unfocused elements. Because at the beginning, they tell you that, like, once we got the airships, like, we started to grow arrogant and seek power. And that's sort of how it sets it up at the beginning. And then at the end, it's like something so totally different from that.
Yeah, that's not why things went evil.
That's not why things went evil at all.
Even a little bit, actually.
Yeah, not even close.
In fact, this isn't Sid's fault. No. Sid has a clean conscience.
Yeah. Okay, so it's like, I think what we're seeing is, like, this game is the first attempt at telling a big story from what I've heard. And like,
not good at it yet.
But it's also, there's some pieces that don't all gel together, and it's,
There's good emotional beats. There is a story that does feel epic, but are those beats tuned just right?
Does it all add up, really?
Does it really add up at the end?
I will find out in the end.
We will.
Also, looking back over this, it's going to be a dense season. There's so fucking much.
There's a lot.
Through its fleet of airships, Baron became the most powerful nation. But why is Baron seeking the crystals?
Why do the monsters keep increasing?
Increasing?
There's 2 moons.
Oh, yeah.
The crystal was shedding its light silently.
Here you are. You're in the world. So can we go back into town? Okay. The town of Baron.
This is the training room for you warriors. We teach you how to advance in your adventure. You better listen to the instructions or you may not go far. Fuck that.
I don't think we should say fuck that.
How to fight? I think we know how to fight. Cecil of the Red Wing.
God.
Misty Valley is beyond the Cave of Northwest. Okay.
The hubris is a little too intense.
Dude, I mean, okay.
I don't know. I'm sure it'll be basic training.
When your items get too many to carry, go to the big chocobos and leave items in their care. When it smells like chocobos, use carrot. Big chocobos will surely appear. When riding chocobos, you don't encounter enemies.
That's great. When you hear a new name, you'd better note its direction. Direction?
I think they're saying when you hear a name of a new place.
Oh, yeah. Same as maps. I'm like, what?
The upper part means north.
The lower means south. The left means west. And to the right is east.
If you were a kid, you might not know that.
You might not know that.
To make a record of your journey is called save. You can make a save on the field map or save points all around the world. Oh, good, we can save anywhere on the world map, I think.
That's amazing.
If you want to read the words slowly during the battles, reduce the battle message speed.
Good old
goddamn
respond rate.
Yeah, this is their solution to the problems of the first game. Is like, we're gonna have a building full of people
Who
have
just tell you everything that we didn't tell you.
instructions.
Yeah.
Recklessness often proves to be damaging. When you are losing a battle, don't hesitate to run away by pushing L and R buttons at the same time.
That's good to know.
They made running away very easy in this game.
Very easy.
Don't keep running away from your enemies. You may drop some money when escaping from them.
Oh.
But if you feel like running away, it's very easy.
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't do it a lot, but if you want to, you can. It's like you shouldn't always eat candy bars.
But they're there for you, and it's easy to grab.
Some monsters have their weak points. Monsters of Fire is weak against coldness.
Yeah, okay, so ice. Ice and Fire, a song of...
Monster of Ice is weak against fire. See?
Got it. Water and lightning, ice and fire. Simple, I like it.
You can equip weapons on a certain hand. Oh no. There's some who can equip on both hands though. Fuck! God, this is...
Well, we've gone to
At
school.
least we have been told about some of the things that sound annoying.
Yep.
And some
Heads
things
up.
sound good.
I do think it would be really funny if there was like a part of this game where you go and be like, heads up, a lot of this game's fucking bullshit and it sucks. You're gonna have to deal with it.
Why is the king training the soldiers how to use the sword of Darkside?
Dark side.
What do you mean by this?
Well, because I'm a dark knight, and I've been trained to use the dark sword, but
Don't
not
go to
for
Mist.
evil.
It will be awful. I can tell.
Oh man! Don't go to Mist.
This is Rosa's mother.
The king's become dreadful. I heard you did an awful thing in Mysidia.
She already came here and told you about it?
Don't drag Rosa into trouble, I beg you. You are a terrible influence on my daughter.
Oh, I got an ether from this
From the woodpile?
little chest on the wall. Why are you wearing such dark armor? Are you a bad guy?
I mean...
I used to think I knew the answer to that, kid. I just don't anymore.
So at the main inn in Barron, there's a notice on the wall that's
Craigslist ad.
It's asking a Craigslist ad asking for great dancers.
Is this like...
Wanted. Great dancers. Ask at the counter.
So we go to the counter, and there's no way to ask him anything. Nothing about any dancers. Nothing.
Well, let's ask... Is this a chocobo at the counter?
I think he
Is he a dog?
He looks like he might be a chocobo.
Never really figured out what these guys are. They're people in the world, NPCs that look like dogs, but they're upright.
I can't tell if maybe they're supposed to just have blonde hair and a blonde beard or something.
It
but
might
they
be a
look like
beard.
they have like a chicken face. Like everyone else
That
is a
can't
person.
be a beard.
Everyone else is a person, and then these guys are like a yellow. I don't know what. I don't
Fluffy
know.
thing.
Yeah, I don't see a dog. They never looked like a dog to me.
I figured, like, if you dressed a dog up, put a hat on him.
Yeah,
You know?
maybe.
Like,
Items
Get out of my way. Locked. Store's closed.
Store's
I'm
closed.
happy about
What
that.
about the potions store?
So in Baron, we check out the item shop. Not even really to buy out items, but to see one thing. We just want to know, how many items can you buy at a time?
do we have to do one at a time over and over again for every single cure?
He sells
You
life.
can buy 10 at a time.
There's Phoenix Downs in this game, dude. And yeah, we can buy 10 at a time. Oh my god.
It turns out this game is giving us a lot of good things.
There's really good indications.
You go into this place that's called the Serpent Road, which is just like a room with a circle in
There's
the
something
center of
very
it.
promising in this room.
Yeah.
It's a teleport, but it's turned off right now. But oh my god, a teleport. Oh my god.
The signs are good.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, so this will be a teleporter someday.
Okay. Oh, so once you go to the town, you'll probably open up the other end of the portal.
This is the Serpent Road. It leads to Mysidia.
Yeah.
But now Mysidia has sealed the road.
Because we're a bunch of dicks.
That door at the west building in town? It's the underpass to the Castle Baron. Just so you know, when we need to invade this town. Oh, the Dark Knight. Want to see something? How old are you?
What is... Yeah, how old are you?
Oh, she's a good dancer.
Oh! Dancers Wanted. Look at her twirl.
Oh, I don't want to see it again.
Well... Can you stop her in the middle of... Like, and wait.
No!
Dude!
I didn't mean
Being
to.
too quick.
Oh, Sid. Sid lives here with his daughter.
Sid in Sid's house has a bunch of like cool books on his bookshelves, which becomes a thing that becomes like one of our favorite things in this game, which is the names of books.
Books in this game are more poorly translated than anything else. And they're just always great.
The history of the shipbuilding.
I would like to think that Sid was the guy in Cave of Dwarf in the first game who was looking for a floater. Who was
I
like,
wouldn't
I
be
just want to
surprised
float
if they
everything.
changed his name in
To
the
Sid in the other release.
Guild of World Birds.
Guide of World Birds.
Oh, guide.
World Birds. Is that like whirly birds?
I feel like he's got a book of like birds from around the world because he studies things that fly, you know?
Right.
I know there's a dancer. What the fuck?
Huh.
I found a dancer and I want a commission for it.
So wandering around town, we're getting like all these really good indications of like the shelves have books that have names.
Yeah.
And the cures, you can buy more than one of them at a time.
There's a room that teaches you how to fight.
The Phoenix Down, it'll bring people back to life. But there's also this note on the wall that looks...
It looks like
it's
a side
dead
quest.
ringer for a side quest.
Yeah.
And there's even a girl, it's Dancers Wanted, and there's a girl in town who dances. And there's just,
There's no connection.
It doesn't
There's
add up.
no connection
So-
between them.
Yeah.
or
But we
whatever.
just figure like, later down the line, we'll probably find something.
Yeah. Maybe
Everything
we
else
will.
is like
May-
pointing
maybe
to
we will.
Yeah, maybe we will.
This is a fairly pleasant place.
So we leave town, head out into the world, and get into our first fight.
I mean, I know people aren't ready to leave town yet, that you want to spend more time there talking to more people, but we got to get it on the road.
We gotta get on the road.
Whoa. Look at this battle screen. I like that they call it a sword rat. It's good to hear it again. We're back in it, dude.
We're back.
We are playing Final Fantasy. Thank God.
Yeah, you know what? I missed it.
So after experiencing our first battle, we head right into the Misty Cave.
Fight the summoned monsters so that we can deliver our package.
Do we know that there's summoned monsters in
He
here
said
yet?
that he said go to the Cave of Mist and fight the summoned monsters
Right.
and deliver the package to the Village Mist. I don't know, what does that mean to fight the summoned monsters? We act
Right.
like we don't know what that means in a
Right.
minute after we do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like we said, Cecil
People
is
seem to
like
know
a
that-
fresh-eyed babe.
Yeah,
He's just
right off the turnip truck.
off the turnip truck.
Ooh, look how misty the Misty Cave is.
Oh, I missed a chest.
Uh-oh.
We're
We're too early for that.
We're not passing up chests yet.
Yeah. Is this a mist dragon?
Yes. Turned
It turned into mist. I mean, how do you fight mist, really? Can you jump on mist? Is mist a thing you can jump on?
You can't hurt it. So if we attack it while it's mist, then it will cast that at us.
Okay.
So let's cure now.
Yeah. I totally see why they were like, America doesn't need to know about they just call this 2 and they can think that this is the leap we made.
Yeah.
So we make it through the Cave of Mist and head to the Village of Mist.
And this is where like a big reveal happens of what's in the box.
What's in the box?
What's in the box is like spiraling fire that sweeps over the entire village and burns it to the ground.
Mist?
This is Mist Village, I think.
Package opened automatically.
We just brought like a nuclear bomb.
Yeah, we did! Oh my god!
What have we
What
done?
have we done to this wonderful town of Mist?
Oh my god.
Oh god. Whoa! We're fireballing the city.
I think we unleashed like a demon that's like...
What? We've brought this package to burn the village?
I want to know what this box looked like. It's an unsuspicious package, and then when it opens, it's not even like a bomb, really, because it doesn't hurt us.
Right.
It's like sentient fire flies out of it and swoops around, and we're not even like, what the fuck is that? We're like, oh man, I got tricked by another firebox. It's like no surprise.
I do love the idea of like, what did it look like while we were carrying it? Like,
Yeah.
what was happening? Was it shaking?
In my head, I was imagining just like a box with like a strip of packing tape. over
Right,
the
yeah,
flap,
exactly.
Special delivery, a new reality.
I was gonna say 5 minutes ago, like, is this a representation of what we did in Vietnam?
Well, it's like we tell the soldiers to go to this town, and then their guns just kill everybody there.
And they're like, whoa, I didn't know that's what this was for.
Right, exactly.
Deliver these bullets to the people's hearts. Like, that's your mission. Just bring them there and put them inside of
Put them inside of
Like-
the hearts.
This is fucked.
Why?
Oh my god.
Mommy!
It's
Oh, there's a dead girl up here.
Fuck.
My mom's dragon fell, so my mom did too.
what?
Huh?
What does that mean?
Did she fall out of the sky? Is that what this girl's saying?
Maybe? I've heard of the people with the power to summon monsters. They are callers.
We defeated the dragon, so her mother is gone also.
So the fire destroyed the dragon.
No, we killed that dragon in the cave. I think that was her dragon that we killed, and that like
The
killed
mist
the mom.
dragon.
Yeah.
So like, but what do you mean? Like her spirit was in the dragon, and when we killed
We
the
defeated
mist
the dragon,
spirit-
so her mother is gone also.
Okay.
His Majesty wanted to wipe out the callers of this village and used us to do it. We've been played.
Fuck. Wait. So her mom can call monsters into the world, but like she's good monsters.
They're like her. She summons them. Yeah.
Okay. But
I mean,
we shouldn't-
monsters are a neutral thing.
Right. Are they?
Yeah.
It's about-
Frankenstein is.
About it. He's a
A
friendly
monster,
one. Yeah, he
you
just
know,
misunderstood.
The friendly monsters are increasing.
Well, I mean, the monsters in general, it's like you find a coyote in the woods. The coyote is not inherently evil.
It's also not inherently a monster.
It just depends how you look at it. Let's say the coyote's like 8 feet tall. But the coyote's not like coming to
You
your
mean if
village.
it's like a monster coyote?
Yeah, monster coyote. The
Well,
coyote's
sure.
not coming to your village with a plan. But if there's more of them, it's dangerous.
You're right.
I'm afraid we must do away with her too.
Dude,
what?
Cain.
Cain. What do you mean?
Cain,
we have to
she's
kill
just
the
a
kid?
kid.
Dude, Cain.
You
Reel it
dare
back.
renounce your loyalty to His Majesty? Dog.
Cain, never again will I follow such an order. I'm not killing a kid, Cain.
So the situation is that there's like one witness left in the village, a little girl who's probably a caller, and Kane like puts his weapon to her throat or whatever, and he's like, "No witnesses, right?" And we're like, "No, stop it." And he's like, "Okay, cool, dog. I just wanted to see where you stood on this." Like that's like how it plays out.
That's what's going
But
on.
he was like ready to do it. If we were like, "Yep, you're right, no witnesses," he was gonna cut her head off. He was just testing the waters. He was like, "Hey, you want to defect? Okay, if you're doing it, I'm doing it too."
Yeah, but like, I don't want to.
We must rescue Rosa.
Let's get out of here fast. What about that girl?
Listen, it's dangerous here. Come with us, little girl, okay? No!
Let's take her.
No, go away! Go away! I hate you! I hate you all! You murdered my fucking
We're just
mom!
making more enemies than, you know. Oh.
We're gonna fight this little
Oh
girl!
my God, you
Holy
gotta be
shit!
kidding me.
What the fuck? We're... Little girl, no! She just called a giant? What the fuck is this thing? Who? Oh, shit. This little girl's pretty good at what she does. Seems like she doesn't need our help
Oh my
at
God.
all.
This little girl like causes an earthquake and a massive, I don't know, mudslide,
I think
cliff
she
fall.
makes like a tear in the ground and the
Mountains fall.
into it or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, anyway, we wake up next to her in a field.
Oh, she's alright. Kane!
Did Kane get swallowed up by the earth?
Kane? Kane! I can't stay here any longer. I have to escape from Baron with this girl. This little girl and I must go on an adventure.
And that's where we're going to break for episode 1.
Good God, man. The density of this season.
We're realizing in this moment, like, this may be a 15 episode season. Like, I don't know how many
I don't
episodes this is
know
going to
either.
wind up
I
being.
mean, I don't know how I'm feeling now is like every single moment of this game, there's something to parse out.
Right.
And I don't think it gets less dense. Most of the
No.
game is like plot beat to plot beat to plot beat. Like
There's
it
a
doesn't,
lot to talk about, a lot to unpack.
Yeah, it really doesn't like slow down. You know, in a lot of games like this now, it's like there'll be a lot of plot at the beginning and then it kind of like opens up a little and you go out and you like explore around and shit, and this is really just like in a straight line from like thing to
Well,
thing.
we do reach a point where there's no more story happening because we're banging our heads against the wall.
that happens
fight-wise.
late in the game, but like for most of the game it's like
Most
just
of the
like
game,
a
it's just stuff
cruise
happening.
right
yeah.
through. Yeah.
Yeah. So, buckle up because it's going to be a long one. We got Final Fantasy IV, and we're going through it beat by beat.
Are we gonna make this podcast longer than the playthrough? That's like the first like hour of the game. Like
No.
this is like we're blowing it up.
No, there's no way. No way that's true.
Well, you know, here we go.
Here we fucking go. Every wonderful and painful moment that all came together. Lots of thoughts, lots of
still
feelings.
coming together right
There's
now.
so much.
It's like actively happening as we're talking to you.
We don't know what this
We
looks
don't
like
even
yet.
fucking have any idea.
So, please rate and review us on iTunes. You can find us at noonecannknowabouthis.com. You can email us at nocatpodcast.com or find us at nocatpodcast on Twitter. I'm at Jeffrey Ekman.
I'm
And
on Twitter. I don't know what it is. It's like
think
Arkasmiski.
I think it's
or something like
Arkasmiski.
that.
Yeah, he's on Twitter now. Here's a taste of next week on No One Can Know About This. What about mazes? Do mazes repeat?
Oh, you know what? That's a good question. Over the break, while we were not making new episodes, my brother, for my birthday, got me the Ultimate Maze book.
It's a fucking stupid book.
I now have
It's a book full of mazes.
my own book of mazes for keeping my mind sharp.
Yep. I mean, what should we do with it?
I mean, it's possible that, like I said, there's no world where I sit down with a book of mazes. In that world, I didn't have a book of mazes to
Right.
sit down with.
Well,
The first step in sitting down with a book of mazes is having a book of mazes.
that's right.
And
Step
I don't
complete.
I don't think I would have gotten one of my own.
That's,
but
it's
I mean,
not the thing you go out and buy for yourself.
you know, just flipping through it. I mean, after playing Final Fantasy 1, does this look appealing to you? Does that look?
I don't see any rooms to check. I mean, is there anything we can do with it?
For the show?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
What would you...
what could